Today I'm going to talk to you guys all about a very, very fine line that we all need to walk if we want to step into our best version of ourselves and into living our best life ever. And that is how to balance desire with gratitude. Hi guys, it's Jen. Welcome back to my channel. If you don't know me, I am a life coach and law of attraction teacher, and you have found my YouTube channel where I upload 2 new videos for you guys each and every week, all about the art of creating your best life ever. So if you want to make sure that you don't miss out on anything, be sure to hit that subscribe button and turn on notifications just to make sure that you're notified every time a new video goes up. So like a lot of things in the personal development world, in the manifesting world, sometimes we have to walk a very fine line between 2 things that seem to be very different on the surface. So if you have been studying manifesting or the law of attraction for any length of time, you've probably heard about the importance of these 2 things. And if you get into it, once you start practicing, sometimes it can seem like these 2 ideas are going in completely different directions. So today I want to talk a little bit about them both and why you need both of them in order to create the best ever kind of life for yourself. Okay, so let's start out by talking about desire. So desire is something that sometimes some of us have a little bit of an issue with. That is because as children, when we were young, we are kind of programmed into us that we should maybe be ashamed of our desires, that maybe our desires are too big for us, that maybe we're being too greedy by asking for certain things in life. So desire itself is already kind of a sketchy entity to many of us, but I'm a firm believer that our desires are part of our soul path. And that doesn't necessarily mean that we're going to realize every single desire, but the curiosity of going and pursuing the desire, going down that path, is what is going to help you to turn into your most actualized version of yourself. So I don't believe that we have desires unless they are meant for us, which means that it is up to us to explore them, it is up to us to question them, it is up to us to pursue them. I don't think that we can experience desire unless there is a reason behind it. So I want you guys to get really clear on your desire and get really into the idea that this desire is here for a reason. It is here for you to explore. And as long as you know that, then that will help you to sort of integrate that desire and understand that it is super important because, like I said, I think it is part of your soul path. And I think every desire is taking you closer towards who you're ultimately meant to be, even if it is just a learning experience we get from pursuing the desire. So it is super clear to have desire. The other reason why it is super important to have desire, of course, is because I want you to be a conscious creator of your own life. I do not want you to just live in reaction mode and go through life bouncing around like a ping pong ball, reacting to the things that are coming to you. I want you to be conscious, intentional, and deliberate about where you are going. And that starts by thinking about your desires and then pursuing them, right? Being conscious is being aware of our desires and working actively to integrate them into our life. It is a 2-part process, but being conscious and consciously creating your reality requires you fundamentally to get on board with your desires. So I hope that clears up a little bit about the desire aspect of this equation. Okay, so the second thing I want to talk about is gratitude. So gratitude is being thankful and grateful and happy with us the way we are, with our life the way it is, with the things that we already have in life. So again, I've talked about this in a few videos recently. It can be a little tricky for people because when we are focusing on where we want to go, we often forget to think about where we are and we forget to be grateful for where we are. But the number 1 takeaway that I want you to take away from this gratitude lesson today is that if you do not know how to be grateful for what you already have, doesn't matter how much else you can bring into your life, you are never going to be satisfied, right? Gratitude is a key element of happiness. If you can't learn how to stop and smell the roses and to appreciate where you are right now, then you won't be able to do that later on. So we often have this fallacy thinking that as soon as we get the job, the money, the guy, the ring, whatever it is that you're trying to call in, then we will feel happy. And I gotta tell you, those goals are fine, they're important, they're good for you to pursue, but there's currently something in your life that you used to look at in the same way. If you're not feeling happy and grateful for what you have right now, then you're not going to feel happy and grateful for what you achieve in the future either. So gratitude is kind of like a muscle, and we need to work on flexing it, on growing it, on using it in the current moment, because someday never comes. You can achieve all the goals in the world that you want, but they are going to be their present moment at some point in time. And if you have no experience feeling grateful in the present moment, you are going to find it difficult, if not impossible, to be grateful in that present moment, even though right now it looks like that is where you want to be. Once you get there, there's going to be something else that you want, and then something else that you want, and the goal posts are going to keep moving down the field. So it's really, really clear that you learn how to get grateful now, because if you cannot summon the gratefulness for where you are right now, you aren't going to be able to do it in the future. And that is an absolute fact. And like I said, gratitude is essential for your happiness. It is essential for your life satisfaction. So you need to really get on board with being grateful for whatever it is in your life right now. And I don't care where you're starting from. I don't care who you are. I don't care what your journey is like. I don't care how shitty you think your life is. It is super, super crucial to get grateful for your friends, your family, the clean water coming out of the tap, your cozy bed, your favorite pair of shoes, whatever it is, you need to muster up that great gratitude. Because again, like I said, it is a muscle and we need to practice flexing it, and it is essential for our happiness. So ultimately, this whole experience of manifesting and personal growth is all just to step into our best version of ourselves, right? We want to be conscious creators, but we also want to experience happiness and satisfaction and joy in our life. So that is why you need both elements. You need the desire, you need to think about where you want to go, and you also need the skill of being happy exactly where you are in this imperfect moment, with the journey, with becoming who you want to be, because we're always just becoming. We're never finished. We always have something else that we're striving towards. The day you stop growing is the day they put you in the ground, right? So you need to get okay with being incomplete. You need to get okay with becoming. You need to get okay with understanding that we are all just on a journey. So I hope this video clears up a little bit about the confusion. It is super important to have desire, and it is also super important to cultivate gratitude. And it is super important for you guys to do both things at the same time, even though it might seem like you are putting your attention in two different directions. You kind of are, but it's okay. You can do two things at once. You can think about two things at once. You can have gratitude and desire at the same time. It is totally okay. Humans are complicated. We are capable of thinking multiple things. We are capable of experiencing multiple emotions, and we are capable of growing in multiple directions. So don't underestimate yourself. You've got this. Life isn't always linear. It isn't always black and white. We're not always just going in one direction. Sometimes we're growing like this, and that is totally okay. So I hope this video gives you some food for thought. Thank you so much for hanging out and spending part of your busy week with me. Again, my name is Jen. If you want to learn more about me, come on over to the site. I'll leave a link in the description box below where you can sign up for updates, and I will send you instant access to my freebie library called The Magic Circle. If you like this video, please do me a favor and give it a like. If you know someone that would enjoy this content, please do me another huge favor and pass it along to them. I would so love your help in growing this community on YouTube. I'll be back here soon in the next video. So until then, I'm wishing you the most amazing week ever. And just remember, get ready for the miracle. See you guys.